You may hate them, but as parents, we're under pressure to deliver. Let's get the inside track on children's parties.
There are parents in the UK, would you believe it, forking out an average of £218, that's about $286, on parties. This is according to the Nation Current Account Survey, which surveyed about 2,000 parents of children aged up to 18.
Now, more than half, 52%, say they blow their original budget. I can completely believe that.
The number of children's parties attended in the previous year is 4, apparently. The average spent on each birthday card and present, £14. So a pretty... $14, I think it has there.
Which is £11 something.
Which is £11 something.
Which is kind of the average. And many of you might be listening to this and thinking, I wish our parties were as cheap as £218, because they can go way beyond that, as Jessica Kingsley will explain, Artistic Director at Magical Quest Kids Party Entertainers Galore. Great to have you with us, Jessica.
Thank you. Good morning.
So tell us how this all started. This is a company you began.
Yes. So back about 10 years ago, after graduating from university, I went into the world of acting and was doing the jobbing actress thing, which meant spreading myself all over the place and not making enough money, waiting for the phone to ring. And then I thought, how could I make more money and combine my love for working with children and theatre? So I thought children's parties. And I think about 10 years ago, it was just starting to become a big thing in London. So around Chelsea and Kensington, I set up, and it started to just go from there.
But those are very wealthy areas
Yes.
of London, you've mentioned, in southwest London. Is it only the rich and the super rich who can outsource to you? Because the rest of us are all trying to make do.
I think you'll be surprised, actually. I get calls from all over London. I think when it comes to people's children, they want to spend the money. And we have so many different packages. Yes, there are massive companies out there who will charge a fortune just to even talk to you about it on the phone. But otherwise, yeah.
I mean, 10 years ago, as you say, it was just kind of getting a grip on the rich and wealthy who want to entertain their kids at a party. But now it's huge business, and there are many events companies, children's parties organisers, and they get in the papers, these celebrity kids parties.
Yeah, exactly.
Thousands and thousands spent.
And the children expect it, and the parents do. So it's the pressure is on to have an amazing children's party.
How do you get bookings? Is it word of mouth, and how does it differ?
I've been very, very lucky. I don't have to do any advertising. At each party, you have, say, 20 to 30 guests, and then I usually get a party off the back of it. Also, social media is amazing for people like me.
And many people might be watching this and be very envious and think, you know, I'd love that for my kids, but frankly, I just can't afford it, so we're all dressing up ourselves and doing pass the parcel. But actually, what you have done is you've branched out into a huge charitable aspect. It's almost 50% of your business is dedicated to bringing these parties to kids who are unfortunate or have special needs.
Them or wouldn't access a normal party.
Now, explain how that works and how you fund that.
So, yes, we've talked about the extravagant parties. So what normally happens is the people who pay for those parties helps pay for the charity work. We have a huge funder via the Wolf Trust, and they pay for our huge Christmas productions that we put on every year. We outreach to 3,000 children across London, and they get to see our shows, they get to experience the party atmosphere.
And this is the kind of children that parents just can't take to a normal theatre. They would not sit still, they would disrupt.
We do a lot of work with autistic children. They can't go into a mainstream building theatre, whether it's the lights or something is going to upset them or upset the audience. You know, British theatre, people don't want noisy audiences.
From a business point of view, how do you grow your business without compromising on quality? Because it's very important that you've got the right actors in place and the right storylines.
That's been a big issue for me. My actors are amazing, but they're not just great actors. They also are trained to work brilliantly with children. And my stories are very unique. And I pride myself in my stories and my adventures.
But just tell us quickly those disaster stories when, you know, the parent arrives dressed for the role and he or she wants to be involved. You've got to weave them in somehow.
Yeah, well, if the mums or dads are desperate to be Princess Leia or Luke Skywalker, we can weave them in, you know.
And what's the weirdest party you've been asked to organise?
Wow, weirdest. We've done some weird Halloween events. Yeah.
Okay.
So sort of Sweet 16 weird Halloween events, but equally lovely events where we've driven down to Dover to make a little girl's dream come true to meet the famous five. and we've taken a dog down, and we've been the famous five and taken her on an adventure.
Aw.
So, you know, weird and wonderful.
And the most extravagant?
Yes, many extravagant parties we've done.
You've had a Narnia wedding, haven't you?
Yes, we did Amanda Holden's wedding for her, and it was very much aimed at the children, which was wonderful. And it was a Narnia themed with snow and sleighs, Santa and elves and real reindeer. It was gorgeous, really lovely.
Wow.
Sounds great.
It does. I think I'm just going to stick with party bags and jelly.
Jelly and ice cream.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Jessica.
Thank you
It's
so
been great to have you on the programme. Now, we always love to hear from you.